a story that is getting a lot of traction that we know of, and that is rice. Non-basmati rice. I mean, we don't have figures for basmati rice, but non-basmati rice, export of which was banned from India. And remember, India is a major export player when it comes to white rice. We know that NRIs are now hoarding rice. Every rice lover out there not living in India is worried about rice prices, which are shooting up, because India has a 40% share of export basket. Now that has come down to zero as India tried to improve its own, existing rice callows that we have, also on the back of the fact that prices were going up. We now know prices have come down as much as 4,000 rupee a ton. We don't know whether customers are going to get it for any cheaper than what they are at the moment, but it is hurting Indians living abroad.
Particularly the South Indians.
Okay.
And the brand in question, or the category in question, is the Soan Masuri, which is consumed mostly by South Indians. Their US requirement is 6,000 tons a month. Now the US already has stocks of 12,000 tons. Another 18,000 tons are in transit, so they are on their way to. So they have stocks enough for 3 to at least 6 months. So this fear of families in the US of hoarding Soan Masuri were basically uncalled for and unnecessary. So they have stocks, and by that time the situation will ease out, it will plateau out. The rice from other countries like exporters like Thailand and Vietnam has also jumped 30% per ton. So 5% broken rice is up to $572, up from $534 before the ban.
Okay.
25% broken is 547 after the ban. It was 512 before the ban. But
so there's enough stock, basically.
There's enough stock, but it's mostly the one brand which is most consumed and by a huge diaspora of South Indians. That's the Soan Masuri. I'm sure Krishna will have something to say about that.
Absolutely. Krishna, all people from south of India living abroad are wondering whether they'll be able to get their humble rice for afternoon. Soan Masuri particularly, for afternoon or for their dinner at all. US says, don't worry. Exporters say, don't worry. We have enough stock to last for 3 to 6 months. So while stocks and buffers are not swelling up as usual, there is no need to panic just as yet.
No, absolutely. There is absolutely no need to panic. Amit was right about it. This entire thing is uncalled for, so to speak. Hoarding of any product in the modern day by people is just absolutely disappointing, to say the least. When traders do it and hike prices, we get all worked up saying, oh my God, the system is wrong. Why do I have to pay so much money? Blah, 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 blah. And here we are as NRIs. Let's talk about them for a second. They are supposedly, superior to us Indians, resident Indians who've gone abroad, making money in dollars and pounds, supposedly smarter than us. They speak with that accent and they come home for holidays and talk about how that they are so used to such a high standard of living and such modern ways of living that coming back to India makes them feel all a little uncomfortable. Look at what they're doing. Panic buying means nothing. Basically, we should not look at NRIs as like highly educated or better people than resident Indians. They're just people who just went to another country because they can't fend for themselves here, and they found a job. They're good for them. They made a lot of money. God bless them.
They still like their food.
Them sitting in US and UK and hoarding rice, that's a comedy which is not all that funny. And it all essentially began, I'm sure, because their relatives in India told them that India is banning non-basmati rice exports. And that sort of set the panic trigger going. Like, oh my God, what is going to happen to me? See what they're happening. They all talk about the greatness of whichever country they live in. But what they want is rice. So for all the sophistication.
I'm not sure if all NRIs are going to agree with you bashing them up like that, Krishna. I'm not sure if they're all going to be in agreement with you bashing them up.
I'm sure I'm not in agreement with them. When I saw all those long queues in America waiting for rice, it's the same thing on a Black Friday sale. When you see all those people rushing into the shop like mad people, and you sort of think that are these educated people? So, same questions I have when people are hoarding things. And when they are in a developed country and know better, why are they hoarding things?
All right. Why are they hoarding? Important question. No need to hoard rice just as yet. It's like similar to North Indians hoarding tomatoes the moment they started getting cheaper. I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I mean, hoarding is a problem, no matter who you are, no matter where you live.
When you are outside India, and I can tell you from first personal experience, you like things Indian, you crave for things Indian. So I can empathize with all the Indians outside who just the idea of not having their brand of rice for their daily meals, what they must be going through. So give it, they like their Indian stuff.
All right. They clearly do, of course, like their Indian food more, as a result of which they've started hoarding in a fear or in a panic-like situation where they feel that they may not be able to get their hands on their favorite rice in a couple of months or weeks' time.